Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to episode 67 of my Yugioh Online Ranked Duelist series. Today I'm playing against Vietnam 2603 using my Skulls of It deck a little bit more and having a bit of a blast with it so far. Really enjoying using this deck here. It's actually quite fun and quite easy too. Not so hard to make work. There's a lot of options for a deck like this. Unfortunately, I lost the rock paper scissors battle, so I have to go first. However, that's a-okay because this starting hand isn't too bad. So I play a Allure of Darkness and I had to banish one dark monster from my hand to the banished pile, and I choose a lady in white and off she goes there. She's really easy to bring her back thanks to White Mare, but I'm not going to do that just yet. First I'm going to just set down White Prince, which I'm hoping will be destroyed and sent to the graveyard in my opponent's next turn. So I turn over to him and let him do what he has to do here. Alright, Vietnam 2603 draws into 6 cards, and let's try and find out what he's going to be playing here. Sets one face down spell or trap card, and another, and another one, and a third one. This deck is really fun. It pumps up King of the Skull Servants quite easily, and is not really afraid of having monsters banished because there's so many ways to get them back, like Burial from the Next Dimension. It also has a lot of tech cards like Vanity's Emptiness in there, which kind of help make it make good plays against opponents and stun them. However, playing against something like this is going to be a bit of a pain because at the moment he has just lots of back row cards to protect his life points, it seems. I summon Mizuki to the field, and now I'm going to attack my opponent and try and get rid of some of these face down cards of his. Let's see what he does here. Let's see what some of those cards are. I'm assuming there's going to be something that's going to stop my attacks and protect his life points, so let's see what it happens. And he takes the hit, which is surprising. I didn't expect that. So now I hit over to main phase 2 and I set down my Vanity's Emptiness, and now I'm going to end my turn. Not really the kind of opening which I wanted. I really want him to be a bit more aggressive and kind of get rid of my face down card. Want to get that down as soon as possible. However, it's not a terrible start. He plays MST on my face down card, going to get rid of my Vanity's Emptiness. Not going to be able to do anything to stop that, unfortunately. Sorry, this is going a bit slow here. I don't know if Vietnam's new or anything, but taking a little bit of time between his decisions. Over to him now in his main phase 1. Let's see what he does for this turn. And he summons Wind Up Soldier, an archetype which I have not seen in a while. Wind Ups were introduced in as Seal, I believe. They are very much about manipulating levels, special summoning monsters, and doing lots of rank summons. And now he uses Snatch Steal to steal my Mizuki from me, my little horseman, and I'm going to assume he's going to go into some kind of rank 4 summon, which is going to be really unfortunate for me. First he attacks my face down card, which is good. He attacks White Prince. And White Prince is going to get sent to the graveyard, which will allow me to use his effect. And that's going to allow me to send 2 copies of Skull Servant from my deck to the graveyard. So I send 1 normal Skull Servant and 1 the lady in white, which is going to be useful to me later on. And now he's going to attack me with his Wind Up Soldier, I assume. And he's going to do a nice little bit of damage to me as well. Okay, let's see what he does in main phase 2 now. I'm going to assume he's going to probably go into a rank 4 summon because he doesn't want to give me the free life points for Snatch Steal, mitigate that effect, and yep, exactly as I thought. Calls up Wind Up Zen Master or Zen Meister. This card gains 300 attack for each XE material attached to this card. Once per turn, you can attach one, target one face-up monster on the field, and turn it into face-down defense position. Unfortunately, that is not an effect he can use in either player's turn, but I'm sure it's for some shenanigans purposes for wind-up monsters. He also flips over Zenmade or something along those lines, a continuous trap card, which allows him to attach one wind-up monster from his hand to another monster on the field, and also allows him to rank up his monster into a high level rank monster. Now I'm gonna assume I didn't really know how this card works, so I'm gonna try and think, how can I get rid of it? It is a bit of a beat stick, it is quite strong, and I really don't want to get off the field before making one of my bigger plays here. Just having a read of his effect there and trying to decide what to do. So the first thing which I'm going to do now is I'm going to summon Unizombie. Or am I? We'll see. Yeah, there we go. I summon Unizombie and I intend to use both of his effects this turn. Well, actually no, just one of them. I'm going to use his second effect. And his second effect is going to allow me to send one, change the level of one monster on the field, but then send one zombie type monster from my deck to the graveyard. A really efficient way, a quick easy way for milling, and I don't really care that I have to change my monster's level, because that's not really a downside for me. Okay, I send White Prince to the graveyard, and when White Prince is sent to the graveyard, like before, I'm going to be able to send 2 more Skull Servants from my deck to the graveyard. So there goes one, and there goes the other one. Okay, now I wasn't sure whether this works or not, but I'm going to play Snatch Steal against my opponent, and I wasn't really sure whether he could use that trap at any time, but as you're about to see here, he is going to be able to respond with it with Zenmade, and that's going to allow him to rank up his monster, which is going to be really unfortunate because it means Snatch Steal is going to lose its target. And he calls up Wind Up Arsenal something. Arsenal Zenmak or Zenmake. It is a monster which once per turn you get to destroy 2 set cards on the field and destroy them. Unfortunately, that's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to take his monster with Snatch Steal, but I am going to be able to use White Princess effect and banish some monsters from my graveyard in order to summon a King of the Skull Servants. So I banish one White Prince, and I'm going to banish one copy of Skull Servant and 1 copy of the Lady in White. And I have 4 cards in my banish pile. And let's bring out a copy of King of the Skull Servant. He's going to be chilling here at 4,000 attack, which is really good for me. And now I'm going to use Whitemare. Whitemare is going to use his second effect, and his second effect is you discard a card from your hand to the graveyard, and you get to special summon 1 Lady in White or King of the Skull Servants from your banished pile to the field. I'm going to special summon the Lady in White because the Lady in White's effect is that she protects all zombie monsters who are level 3 or lower from my opponent's effects, and my opponent rage quits because that is Yugioh. He's not going to be able to do anything to me, so there we go. Unfortunately, that's part of this game, but I'm not going to do you guys like that. I'm going to get into another duel here, and we're going to see if I can actually get a complete duel this time. Playing against Dragon Sword, which is an awesome name, a tribute to the Power Rangers, I believe. And he's got a 47 card deck, which is going to kind of allude to me that he may be kind of new to this game. So let's see what I can do here. But then again, I might be wrong. I have been wrong in the past. He passed his first turn and left his field wide open. So I was going to summon Unizombie, and Unizombie is going to start doing some milling. I'm going to use the second effect. The second effect is going to let him change his level. And now I'm going to send a White Prince to the graveyard. I think you guys are starting to see the engine of this deck now. There's lots and lots of milling and lots of thinning on my deck, powering up my Skull Servant along the way. White Prince is now going to use his effect. I'm going to send the Skull Servant in my deck to the graveyard, and then 1 copy of the Lady in White. Be careful when using White Princess effect. You can also send monsters from your hand to the graveyard, and typically you want to fill out the ones in your deck first before doing the ones in your hand, because the ones in your deck are inaccessible, whereas the one in your hand is accessible, like I just used Zombies effect for. So I've got 4 copies of Skull Servant in the graveyard right now, and I'm not going to really do anything this turn. I'm going to just probably set down Compulsory Evacuation Device next, but first I'm going to attack my opponent directly. 1300 damage to him. And now we go over to main phase 2, and I'm going to set down MST and CED. And now I'm going to pass over to him. I used to love the original Power Rangers so much. Okay, my opponent sets down 1 monster. Is he going to do anything else? It doesn't seem so. Okay, and now I have 2 copies of King of the Skull Servant in my hand. So let's summon 1 to the field, and he's just going to come out and chill at 4000 attack. Really easy monster to use, really fun. And now a new turn, I'm going to use Zombies effect again. Don't know why I'm reading it. I am able to use it again. I'm going to activate his second effect, and I'm probably going to send another copy of White Prince. Wherever it may be. Do I not have any more copies? Okay, I guess I don't have any more copies of White Prince. So let me send 1 copy of Mizuki to the graveyard, as he's always fun to have around there for a free special summon. And now I'm going to attack my opponent. I'm going to attack his face down card. I'm going to back down a bit. I'm going to actually not attack with Zombie. I'm going to attack with King of the Skull Servants. As much as I would rather attack directly, I assume with a lot of new players, they play a lot of high defense monsters, and he played Royal Magical Library, so my Zombie wouldn't have gotten over that. So fortunately, this way I at least managed to do some damage as opposed to none at all. Okay, and my turn. This is going to be a really simple duel, I believe. This is not going to be difficult at all. With Compulsory Evacuation Device on the field, I should be able to get rid of any monsters he summons. And next turn, really should be able to win it for me. He decides not to do anything and he ends his turn. Maybe he has a really bad hand. Alright, well, it is what it is. So, summon another King of the Skull Servants, and I'm going to attack and just take the game here. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit more of my King of the Skull Servants. Sorry that this second duel was a little bit, I guess not as much of a challenge as the first one, but sometimes I'm going to take what I can take here in Yugioh Legacy the Duelist, because sometimes there are just so many rage quitters, and sometimes the connection cannot be so great. But yeah, it is what it is. So there we go. Gonna take this duel here, but hopefully tomorrow I will try, or in a few days time I'm gonna try and bring a different deck to you guys. Thank you for watching as always. Much love, take care, and goodbye.